Hey, what's up, family? Got a good one for you today. I was taking a nap, but then it made me think of an old Greek mythology story that I love. And I know y'all gonna love it. So I'm gonna do this video today, and we're gonna title this one Tantalus Punishment. And this is dealing with the character, the King Tantalus, back in the day, the Greek mythology story. And it's gonna be dealing with a lot of hate. The hatred that he had in his heart, and then he poured that hatred out on his son. And then with that very act of hatred, he poured that act of hatred onto the gods. And all this hatred, because you know how you can hate something real bad. To hate, that's strong. But when you have a loathing feeling towards somebody, that's even stronger than hate. And as always, y'all know I love to give you a word of the day. So that's going to be the word of the day. Loathing. If you look it up, L-O-A-T-H-E. To loathe. When you loathe something, that means to have an intense disgust or feeling about something or someone. Ooh, very intense. And that's how that's how King Tantalus was. See, the way this story goes, King Tantalus, he despised, or remember, the word of the day, loathe. He loathed the gods. He loathed them. He couldn't stand them. He was like, oh, I'm just so tired of them. Why are they so superior? Why do they think they know everything? I'm tired of them. Oh, I can't stand them. He had a strong loathing feeling towards the gods, right? And his biggest thing of all the loathing feelings he had against them, he always despised how he said the gods think they know everything. Gods think they could see. You know how we hear that term, God can see and hear all. See all and hear all and know all, right? He hated that. Or let's use the word word of the day. He loathed the fact of always hearing that the gods knew everything that was going to happen, heard everything, and seen it all, right? So with this loathing feeling that he had towards the gods, he's like, they don't know everything. I'm tired of everyone saying the gods know everything. I'm tired of hearing about the gods know everything. They don't know everything. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you that they don't know everything. And what did he do? With that loathing feeling, remember, intense hatred or disgust, with that loathing feeling that he had towards the gods of them knowing everything, because he said, I hate that they think they know everything. They do not know everything. So he said, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to prove that they don't know everything. I'm going to prove it. And he took that loathing feeling that he had, as crazy as this may sound, he killed his son, mutilated his body, turned it into a stew, and he came upon the gods as a banquet to feed the gods. Because in his loathing mind, if they know everything, they will know that I'm feeding them my son. But they don't know everything. This is a very hateful act, or as we could say, loathing act. So, sure enough, as I said, he killed his son, mutilated the body, turned it into a stew, and served it to the gods. And once the gods started eating this stew and loving it, it was the goddess Demetra. She's the one that tilled the earth for everything to grow and all that. She knew this doesn't taste like natural things that I know grow from the land. So she was the one that picked it up right away. And then right away they realized what he had done. So now Demetra, Athena, Zeus, all of them, they all realized this evil that this despicable man has done, the evilness. Now they had a loathing thing towards him. It's like, oh, he wants to play and try to discredit or diminish who we are, that we didn't know what he has done. Oh, we will give him a punishment beyond any punishment. And we know there's been plenty of punishments out there that's horrible, like Medusa and all the other stuff. I did a video on that one too. Medusa, check it out, you'll like it. Pandora's Box, I did that one too. But anyway, they were they have so much loathing in their hearts now that this guy has tricked us. Because remember, that was his whole thing. Y'all don't know everything, and I'm gonna prove it. Now they were so pissed off that he did trick them, that they gave him a punishment. They said he tricked us with food. So Zeus and them came up with a plan and said, okay, we're gonna give him a punishment dealing with food. We're gonna put him in a river full of water all the way up to his mouth, to where he's gonna be so parched and thirsty, forever be thirsty. But for every time he go to bend his head to get water, the water would subside. And when he put his head back up, the water would come back up to him. When he tried to get water, it would always subside. He could never get water. And we're gonna also put a tree of fruit, they call it the fruit tree, right within his grasp, with beautiful, delicious smelling fruit of apples, oranges, pears, and anything you can name. We're gonna put it right in his grasp. And every time he reach for it, it pulls back. And when he don't reach for it, the tree branches come right back by his face. And when he reaches to get it, it pulls away again. So for the rest of his life, he will never be able to eat nor drink, since he want to tempt us and call himself tricking us, the gods.
It was very cruel.
We gonna show him. Mm-hmm. And anyone who knows his story will forever remember Tantalus, the fool who thought he could trick the gods, although he did.
It was very cruel. His son?
Yeah.
He took him another, but why he did with his son? I mean, why did he kill his son?
Now that's a good question. Because now, like I said, I was taking a nap and made me thought of this. I haven't read the story in quite a while. If any of you out there got the exact answer, why did he kill his son though? That was crazy. Why did you do that to your son? You wanted to prove a point.
That's so harsh.
To make a fool out of the gods. But why kill your son and do that? Now, all I could think of, because like I said, I ain't read this in a while. Now you're gonna make me feel like I gotta do homework. I gotta go look it up. But I think it has something to do with his son married a woman that the father didn't approve of. And then I think the son wound up killing her on top of that. But it also, you gotta remember, back in the days, a king always knew that his son would be his successor. He always knew his son would supersede him eventually, take over the throne. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't quite remember, but I would say that the most logical thing, that's what it had to do with. But it was cruel. Yeah. I always thought that's a heck of a punishment, because we all heard that before, especially dealing with religion and God, whatever, or whatever God you believe in. You know, they say God knows all, sees all, and hears all. And that's where the story Tantalus coming, because he hated that terminology. They don't know everything. I'm going to prove it. Because if they knew everything and they know everything, they would know what I'm serving them. But they didn't. So he did trick them. But it cost him a terrible fate. So hey, hope you enjoyed the story. Subscribe, share, like, and comment. And for anyone that actually know the details of, but why he killed his son, like my wife said, put it in the comments. Check out some of my other Greek mythology stories. Although there are many out there, these are from my perspective. Remember, it's always get a different perspective of things in anything you do in life. And remember, the word of the day was loathe. As I said, we must always broaden our vocabulary and stop using the same old words every day. Especially for a lot of people always saying, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No, say what you mean. Don't assume people know what you mean. Say what you mean, but broaden your vocabulary in doing so. On that note, subscribe, share, like, comment.